Benson at the far post, headed up by Southport. McNulty's underneath him with a shot. What a goal! What a goal from Steve McNulty from full play, 25-30 yards out.
Always been on training. I've got to keep you on toast to be honest with you in training.
Steve McNulty, great to see you, mate. What's it like being back here at Kenilworth Road after all these years away?
I think it's been 10 years. It's absolutely bizarre coming down the road. I couldn't even remember way to the ground. It's been that long, to be honest with you. My brother, I was on the sat nav in the car, so yeah, it's good to be back.
And 10 years ago, if I'd had said to you after a game in the conference that I'd be interviewing you at a Premier League game between Luton and your boyhood Toffees, you think we'd both be carted away in white suits as well, wouldn't we?
Yeah, they're called. Everyone would have thought it'd be mad, but obviously they're here now. The rise of the club's been mega. But yeah, it's what dreams are made of.
10 years ago then, we did get out of the conference. Luton did get out of the conference. You're a big part of that. What do you remember mostly about that season in particular, of finally getting out of the conference and winning for yourself another promotion?
Not much. It was 10 years ago. You know, it's been a long time. I've gone grey since then. But no, it was a bit of a mad season. You know, we had a great team, great manager. We had some really good players, and yeah, it was never in doubt, was it, that season? I think I remember most when we were going for the league and we were going away, you know, to the away grounds, and you know, obviously we were in the conference. Luton had a massive following, and you know, we were filling away grounds out, going away from home and stuff. So you know, it was great to be part of, and you know, the running was really good.
I mean, when you first joined, I think you joined under Paul Buckle, and everything surrounding that season was aimed along the cup, and you were cup tied, I think, weren't kind of a part of it. And then John Still came in. What were you feeling when obviously Paul brought you in, and then obviously it's not easy for a player then when the manager changes halfway through, is it?
No, obviously Paul signed me, and then I think my first game, he was right, we were playing Millwall in the FA Cup and I was cup tied, so I couldn't play in that. I'd been down for a few days training, and Paul allowed me to go back home, and then I think the first game I played was against Barrow, one of my old clubs, but I seem to do it everywhere I go. I don't really hit the ground running. I felt like I struggled for the first 5, 6, 7 games, to be honest with you. I didn't really find my feet, and obviously I found my feet a little bit. Same happened when I was at Tranmere as well, when I went back to Tranmere. So you know, I found it tough to find my feet, and you know, when I did get into the groove, you know, everything was all right.
And as far as joining Luton as well, I mean, you spent pretty much your whole career in the northwest of England. What was it like actually coming down to the southeast?
It was crazy. I think I got a phone call. Obviously, Mickey Mellon had left Fleetwood, and then Graham Alexander come in as the captain. He said I'd never play for the club again. He wants to go in a different direction, which was fair enough. And then had a few phone calls off a few other clubs, and this was the Luton move was sort of a last minute thing. It was rushed. 1 minute I was in the house watching the telly on the couch, and the next minute I had the bag packed on my way down to Luton in the car. So you know, it was crazy. Obviously, as I said, spent most of my career in the northwest, and the first time I'd ever had to move away from home.
But coming to a big club, and you played for some big clubs in the northwest, but to come to Luton, of you know, a club that wanted to get back in the Football League.
Yeah, at the time, I knew it was a massive club. I'd been here with Fleetwood. I used to love coming here and playing here, how hostile it was, and so I knew what I was getting myself in for. You know, signing for a big club like this. You know, at that point in my career, you know, it was the biggest club I played for, and you know, I knew how hostile the crowd could be. But you know, when you've got them behind you, you know, it's a great feeling, and it was great to play for this club.
That first season obviously didn't go the way we all wanted, and I think we finished just outside the playoffs. But I think that was John. When John had come in, I think he was kind of getting to know the players a little bit and what he was kind of planning for the following season. Did you have that kind of encouragement when he came in to see, yeah, this club is heading in the right direction now? Yeah,
I didn't know I was going to be staying. Obviously, Paul signed me. It was only on loan initially, and then obviously John came in and said he just stripped everything back to basics. You know, it's if you're a right back, you've got 2 or 3 passes. It's either, you know, down the line into your front man. He just stripped everything back to basics, and you know, obviously he had a plan for the following season. We just missed out on the playoffs, but yeah, you know, it was really encouraging. He said he wanted me to stay, and then, you know, he's going to build a team. You know, and that's exactly what he's done. You know, he's a great manager. He brought some really good players to the club. We already had some good players at the club, and you know, we all gelled together and, you know, managed to win the title.
Season didn't start great though, did it?
No, it didn't, to be fair. And I think, remember right, I don't even think Andre Gray started in the team, did he? He started on the bench, yeah. Season didn't start great, no.
I think you got sent off as well. We got rescinded later on.
Yeah.
Southport.
Southport away, yeah. I got sent off, didn't I? First game of the season, and I got rescinded, yeah. So that was the first game, Southport away, yeah. Yeah, it didn't start great for me either, but yeah, I don't think we started well as a team either, did we?
No.
But yeah, we found our feet and we got it going.
As far as that slow start was concerned, did you have any kind of doubt? I mean, you're probably seeing day to day in training that the effort of the lads and the quality of the lads that we had in.
Yeah, he obviously signed some players in the summer as well. He brought his own players in. He had his own way of playing. He had his own way of thinking, you know, and it was always going to take a bit of time for his methods to get across to the team and the way he wanted to play. And you know, I think, you know, when we got into the way he wanted to play and stuff like that, I thought there was no stopping us. We had some really good players, you know, people that had been at the level and done it at the level as well, and people from higher levels. And you know, we were quietly confident. You know, we went to Portugal and we were quietly confident that, you know, we could get it going. You know, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
Slowly and surely, results kept coming and kept coming. We rose up the league, and I think it's always a sign of a good team when the centre half, who doesn't usually score, wallops a goal in from 35 yards on the volley as well. You remember that goal?
Yeah, come off my shin pad. Yeah, could do it another 100 times and none of them would go in. It's just lucky, weren't it? The best thing about that is my mate was in goal. We used to play for Fleetwood with, so I give him a bit of stick, asking him who he was waving at in the crowd and stuff.
But actually, talking about that goal, I've actually got it for you to have a look at. You say it came off your shin. Fluke. You didn't have to celebrate.
That's because I didn't score many. I used to do that every day in training, so I weren't surprised.
I mean, that was I think it won goal of the season as well. I mean, deservedly so. What were the lads saying? Lads piling in on you. Probably I think you see some of the faces in a bit of disbelief as well. So
yeah, I don't think they were saying much, to be fair. I think they just slapped me around the head, you know. But you know, it was funny. We were just all laughing about it, to be fair, because they didn't used to go for corners. I was all right attacking the ball when the goalkeepers were kicking it long, but I was never really good at attacking corners. So
they usually don't leave the centre half on the edge of the D looking for scraps like that, do they?
No, I think what had happened is Southport had took everyone back, so there was no one on the halfway line to mark. So I was just creeping further and further forward, you know, and obviously come out and I hit the first time, come off my shin pad.
It's that football intelligence, isn't it?
No, look, but listen, you know, we had some really good players. You know, Andre Gray went on and scored 30 plus goals, I think. We had Benno up there, everyone chipped in. You know, we had a really good side. So, you know, I was lucky to play for a good club, you know, and playing a really good side.
Of course, all of those forward players doing what they were good at, but at the back as well. You know, a solid defence. I think we could probably name the back five pretty much off the top of our heads now, and a record 23 clean sheets, and you're obviously a big part of that at the back.
Yeah, I think we had a settled back four. We obviously had Tars in goal, so you know we were settled. We always knew if we could keep a clean sheet, you know, with the players we had in midfield and the players we had going forward, the attacking players, that, you know, would always win games and would always create chances, and you know, that's what we did. And you know, the forward players, you know, went on and won us the league.
And obviously Mark Tyler at the back. Well, in goal, I should say, and just doing what he does best. And I think there was a big element of security amongst those that did play, because you had a number of different central defensive partners that year, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I think Wilco played with Wilco, didn't I? You'll be into naming better than me on my memory.
Yeah, probably Fraser Franks, Alex Lacey.
Yeah. Lacey, really good player, young lad, yeah. But we had Ronnie right back, really good player. John Bort, Stilly Bort.
Scott Griffiths at left back.
Yeah, what a loose cannon Griffith was. But you know, as you say, we had Tars. Ronnie played majority of the games. I played majority of the games. So did Griffo, and then, you know, the one playing next to me, you know, moved around a little bit. But you know, all in all, we had a settled back five, and you know, we done our job. We kept the clean sheet, and as I say, we always knew that we were going to score goals.
I think once the season had ended, I think I spoke to you in an interview, and I think you said that you were enjoying your football again. Like you'd come to Luton, you weren't quite sure where the next step in your career was going to take you. But and you're perhaps a little bit down in the dumps when it comes to your career, perhaps. But you come to Luton, and I think you said that you were enjoying it, and you actually fell in love with football again.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I obviously knew I was coming to a massive club, and obviously it was the first time I moved away from home. I was living away from the family, but I felt like I had no distractions around me for the first time in my career. You know, I was living away from everyone, and I could concentrate on football. And I felt like, even when I went back to Tranmere, I felt like I played my best football when I was down at Luton. You know, personally, you know, as I say, it's not just about me. You know, I was lucky enough to play in a really good side under a really good manager. But yeah, you know, really enjoyed it down here, enjoyed my time down here, and you know, when it did come to the end, it was a really tough decision, but one I had to make. But when anyone asks me, I always say, you know, I think I played, you know, my best football in my career when I was at Luton.
And I think you just bumped into Chris Bell. They were just talking about you being, you know, this cult hero that you are here. I mean, I think you're quite a shy, reserved guy, really. If people know you a bit. But what is it like being appreciated so much by such a large amount of fans? Actually, what's it like? Do you kind of shy away from it a little bit, or? Yeah,
I do. Yeah, but people go, "Oh, you cult hero and stuff." I'm not. You know, I was fortunate enough to come to a massive club and play for a massive club. That was my privilege. You know, I was brought here to do a job. I come down here, I've done a job, and I left. But that's it. You know, I'm the lucky one. I was the privileged one. You know, as you say, people say you're a cult hero. You know, I don't see it like that. You know, I was the privileged one to, you know, be able to play for a big club like this, and you know, have some sort of success here as well.
I mean, you have to say you had a couple of seasons here, and then you had to make that decision. I think was it difficult, kind of juggling the family as well, going back up to the northwest when you had some spare time? Yeah,
it was. Yeah, every chance I got, you know, I felt like I was spending all my time on the M6 and the M1 getting back up. So every chance I had, I was going home to see the family. You know, I had a young one, and then we had one on the way, and we had the second one when I was here as well. So it was really, really tough. You know, a decision I didn't take lightly. You know, but you know, it was one that I had to make for the family. And when I look back at it, sometimes with a bit of regret. But listen, I had to put the family first at the time. I was enjoying my football. I didn't want to go, but you know, I had to.
Family comes first, and football eventually would come back into your life, and great times at Tranmere, back-to-back promotions.
Yeah, it's another good time. You know, we obviously went to another big club, established Football League club. You know, they were similar to Luton. You know, they've been stuck in the conference for a while. So you know, it was dropping back down a level, but knew I was going to another big club, quite similar to Luton. So you know, it was great to get there and you know, have some success with them as well.
And to be the captain, I think you lifted the trophy at the playoff final as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I lifted it in the both finals. Yeah, I come on sub in the second final, but yeah, lifted it at Wembley. Yeah, so you know, it was a proud moment.
Obviously, whilst Tranmere are moving up the leagues, Luton were as well. What's it been like, kind of watching Luton's progress? And as I said, we were having a look round here at Kenilworth Road, and you said it's changed a little bit. It has changed a bit. Yeah. But now hosting Premier League football, how have you seen like the Luton Town story evolve since you've been away?
It's like a fairy tale, isn't it? You know, you look back and you're speaking to people, and people know that you play for Luton, and they're like, you play for Luton, they're in the Premier League now and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I was only, I played for them in the Conference and League 2 and stuff. But you know, it's like a fairy tale. You know, we've got some, you know, being up, just walked through the ground, and you know, it's great to see some, you know, familiar faces that were still here now, and you know, still doing a good job. And it's great that, you know, they haven't gone up the leagues and everyone's left. You know, all the same people. You know, with backroom staff, yourself. You know, so it's really good to come back and see some familiar faces.
So that's the professional career of Stephen McNulty done and dusted. But what are you up to now? Are you still playing five-a-side or anything? Are you still showing them silky skills?
I'm not, to be fair, no. As you can look at me, you know, I haven't been in the gym since I've finished playing. It was hard to get me in the gym when I was playing as well. But yeah, I'm head of school on the Wirral now, where I live. So it's an alternate provision school, a company called Head Start. I got into it through Mickey Mellon. So I'm head of school. Kids that have been permanently excluded from mainstream school in the local area will, you know, come to our school. As I say, it's an alternate provision, and you know, we just try and make them better kids, better human beings, and try and give them a pathway for when they're going to leave school.
Must be quite rewarding as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Kids have me up the wall, to be honest with you. Yeah, the girls are worse than the boys. But
giving you a bit of lip.
Yeah, giving me a bit of lip. Yeah, I can't give them, you know, the back of my hand, otherwise I'd lose my job. But listen, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, you know, giving something back to the local community, and You know, I think I had a little go managing in the lower leagues, and it's probably something that I will, revisit at some point. Just looking for the right opportunity, but I'm happy. I'm happy at the minute doing the job I'm doing in the school, and I've got the weekends free to myself and the kids.
Still missing that match day buzz?
I think you'll always miss it, won't you? I think you miss the day-to-day stuff in the dressing room. I think if you ask, any person that's played football before, I think it's the dressing room you miss. You miss the most, going into the banter flying around, the day-to-day things, and then obviously you miss the Saturday afternoons playing.
Okay, Steve McNulty, great to see you, mate.
Top man, Rubs.
Ronnie Henry, good to see you, buddy. How's things?
Listen, it's great to see you.